Hey guys, Orlando here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Avengers 2.5. And by that I mean Captain America Civil War. This film takes place a year after both Age of Ultron and Ant-Man, so now we're in 2016. This film finally starts acknowledging shit that goes on in the MCU to a greater extent. Because, you see these great fantastical battles, and you always ask yourself, like, yeah, this is great and all, it's amazing to see this, but who's cleaning up for this? Like, who's getting, like, the punishment for this? Because they're destroying entire fucking cities. You saw what happened to Sokovia. This movie finally puts the Avengers in check and is telling them, like, hey, we appreciate all the work you guys are doing, but the United Nations have come up with this accord that you need to sign. And basically when they sign that, that means that they can't just do superhero shit whenever they feel like it. They have to be called into action by all the governments of the world. Half of the team is like, yeah, okay, I'm down with that. But the other half is like, yeah, no, we can't do that. And that's split into Tony and Cap's side, respectively. And thus we have Civil War. Once again, the Russo brothers have constructed yet another extremely grounded superhero movie. Like, as grounded as it could get. By it being grounded, what I mean is that the punches feel real. Especially in that opening, like, scene with Captain America and his little squad going after Crossbones. Like, that shit feels real. Like, you can feel the punches, and I love that shit. But this movie's about Civil War, and what this movie does greatly is that it shows both sides of the argument perfectly. Like, me personally, I've been Team Iron Man since day one. Like, I love how far his character has gone, and I love what he stands for. But Captain America makes some damn good fucking points, and every time I watch this movie, I'm like, ooh, this thing is telling some facts. Like, hold up. No, this movie does a great job at showing both points of view perfectly for us as the audience, for us to pick our own side. There's really no right or wrong answer, and that's the best part about it. And of course, that leads into the dialogue being fucking amazing. Like, I love the way the characters interact in this movie with one another. Even the new ones that were added in, like Scarlet Witch and Vision, they starting to have this little relationship, which I enjoy. It's a little bit weird and creepy, but hey, fuck it, I can't judge. The action is fucking fantastic. You already know the airport fight scene is probably one of the best in the entire MCU. It's amazing. Though, some CGI scenes are a bit choppy with Iron Man having floating head syndrome. It's a little bit weird. But other than that, it's fucking amazing. I love it. Ant-Man's back in this movie. This time, he's fucking Giant Man. Dude, the amount of fucking crazy shit that was done in this movie, I'll never forget losing my goddamn mind when Tony Stark went to fucking Queens, and I was just in my seat in theater, I was like, yo! I don't think you guys understand how much I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my fucking homie. Ever since I was 3 years old, Spider-Man has been my nigga, and I fucking love him. And I love the way he was portrayed in this movie. He's literally, I know a lot of people say this, but Tom Holland is literally the best of both worlds of Spider-Man. He captures Tobey Maguire's portrayal of Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man, having all the quips, and he just mashes it both together, and then boom, that's Spider-Man. That's the one we've all been waiting for. But all cool fights and action scenes aside, it's hard for me to explain. This movie has some really great philosophy in it. Now, would it be called philosophy? I don't fucking know. It just really makes you think about people with these extraordinary powers and how they should be put in check, or whether they should decide for themselves when is a good time for them to go. And it makes you think. And I really like that from a superhero film, where it's not just, oh, just sit back and relax. It's actually, no, this one actually, it makes me think a lot about who's right and who's wrong in the situation, because you really can't pick, man. And also, this film was the start of Phase 3, and what a fucking way to start it, just this big opening like that. And I really like the way it changed up these characters by the end of the movie. Even Tony Stark, ever since, like, what, Iron Man 3 or whatever, I've been feeling kind of off with Tony Stark. But this movie fixes his entire actions for the past previous movies in, like, one line, and I'm like, oh, okay. They fixed Tony Stark, and they made him great again. Given the fact he doesn't have AC/DC playing anymore, but hey, they gotta fix that. Disney, please. Please. But I love, once again, how this movie sets up characters to be in other movies, like Martin Freeman's character, I forget his name. In Age of Ultron, Claw was in that movie. I love how this franchise is always setting shit up for the larger universe. It's amazing how all these movies play off each other, no matter how crazy different they are. Speaking of setting up scenes, T'Challa, the Black Panther, is also introduced in this movie alongside Spider-Man. And I really enjoyed his arc in this movie. He has a really small character arc compared to the bigger scenery of the movie that's happening, but I love how it was done. It's a clear beginning, middle, and end of that arc, and I really like that they were able to fit his little arc in this massive movie. It was great. And I love the fucking Black Panther costume. It was amazing. This film is I would go as far to say that the way Infinity War was sad, this is just as sad. Because sure, the people from Infinity War might come back, but this movie was a breakup movie. The Avengers broke up, and that's fucking depressing because that led to why they weren't together for Infinity War, and that led to everything that happened there, and it's wow, Marvel really thought this shit out. Like, it's so sad to see our favorite characters just hate each other's guts by the end of the movie, especially with what happens with Bucky and everything. I'm not even going to spoil it for people who haven't seen, but you feel the emotion, the raw emotion of just letting everything out. This is one of my favorite MCU movies. It's definitely top 3 or top 5. I haven't made my list, but it's up there. Believe me. I give this film a 9.2 out of 10. Have you guys seen Captain America Civil War? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more of my movie reviews. I'll be putting up end cards, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
All right, I've run out of patience. On to Ruse!
Hey everyone,